This is how much I have left. This is how much I did not spill all over the table, down the drawers, onto the floor. And I put like extra matcha in usually because I kind of like it strong, but I usually have that much more oat milk, so that's actually really good still. I thought it was going to be a little bit too like grassy, but it's not. We're not here for the matcha. We're here to do a book haul. It's been a little bit since I've done one, probably not long enough, but I don't care because I am so excited for the books that I found. In 2026, I want to have a good mix between books that I'm like pushing myself to read because I think I'll enjoy even if it's difficult, and books that I don't care if anyone else is reading, I just want to read. And what I want to read are fantasy books. It's my favorite genre. I really like cozy as well. So I bought a lot of them. I was completely shocked that I found this in a free little library. Babbel. I mean, it's such a pretty, like, look at this. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. This is like dark academia. Oh, look. I love this so much. I was so excited when I found this. And it's like the spine's cracking. Of course, now it's going to stop doing it. This is like a alternative history, I think, dark academia sort of book. Heard really good things about it. Everyone was talking about that book. Oh, it's so pretty. It has got a sword. So this is Arcana. Is that how you say it? Arcana Academy. I did read what this was about. I have since forgotten, but it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy, and that's good enough for me because I just love fantasies. Guessing by this, it's a fantasy romance. I love fantasies set at schools or academies, so I am down for it. Another book. This one, I read another book by this author and really disliked it, but I want to give this book another shot. This is Electric Idol by Katie Robert. This is part of the, I think, what is it, Dark and Olympus series. So I read the first book in that series that focuses on, who was it, Hades and Persephone. And it had things in it that, I mean, I love mythology. It had things in it I really wanted to like, but it was just kind of a rushed love at first sight kind of romance. I didn't feel like it had a lot of depth to it. It wasn't until I got this book home that I realized it was that same author. But you know what? Maybe this one will be different. This is focused on, I don't know what characters. Psyche and Eros? I think so. Next, we have Lowlands by Robert Jackson Bennett. I read the first book in this series. Gosh, was it like 2 years ago now? Absolutely loved it. Foundry Side. I thought it was so good. This is the third book. I still need to read Shorefall, but I very much want to continue this series. I think I found this for like $1, and I was like, I can't, even though I don't have the second book, I can't leave it behind, so I picked it up. Next, we have Cruel Intentions, which is also a gorgeous copy. A deadly competition, a magical secret society, a chance for revenge. Yes, I will. I will take you home. Thank you. We're still not done with fantasy. These Hollow Vows. I heard a lot about this 2-ish years ago. I don't know when it came out. But I think the sequel is currently out, which is fantastic because there are some books that I will read the first one, really want to continue, but the second book or, you know, the final book or whatever isn't out. I'll have to wait. Years will pass. It'll slip my mind, and then I'll need to reread the first one to remember what happened. I don't have to do that with this one. I think the book is also about the Seelie Court, which that's a win for me. Next, we have House of Beating Wings. Sometimes the cover just tells you what kind of book this is. There's a prince, there's an oracle, there's a demon, I'm sure there's curses, there's Halflings, magicless halfling, loved by the beast. Yes, thank you. Yes, I will. What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. I mean, look at the cover. Just look at the cover. I've read one other book by this author. What was it? Nettle and Bone. I thought it was fantastic. It was so entertaining. I loved it so much. Really wanted to read more of her stuff. Now I will. And it's nice and short. I love that. A Far Wilder Magic. Yes. A magical... Oh, why does it have a hair on it? Ew. Get off. A magical secret, a mythical hunt, and a love that could risk everything. I love any sort of like magic, elvish hunt. What's it called? The ones that they ride in the sky, the Wild Hunt. It's just called the Wild Hunt, right? Anything like that. Next we have Every Heart a Doorway. I've heard and seen these covers. I think this is like a 4 or 5 book series because I remember seeing so many times the doors in different places going somewhere. I think this is like a universe traveling book. I'm trying something different. You guys know if you've watched this channel, I love Alice in Wonderland. I like Alice in Wonderland retellings. This is a manga, Alice in the Country of Hearts. I am not great at reading manga, but I think that's also because I haven't really tried. So now I'm going to. Next we have The Boundless. I think this is more of a YA book. Sort of an adventure mystery thriller thing, I believe. I bought it because it focuses on, don't take my word for it, but I think I read that it focuses on like a circus. I love books that focus on like a circus or a carnival, especially if there's some sort of like magical properties involved. I have so many books like that, so I do want to dedicate a few weeks to solely reading those books. So that's when I'll be doing that. Summer and Bird. This is this I've never heard of, but the description sounded so cool. It's these girls, like their parents disappear. They go through a gate in the woods and they go into this like other down world where birds, it's all about birds. Like it's a ruined, frozen world of birds. That sounds great. That sounds so weird. Next is In Deeper Waters. This is like a pirate romance, I believe. There's probably like a prince. Yeah, Prince Tao. He's taken prisoner. Or no, he's tasked with watching over a prisoner. I'm there for it. I'm there for like the prince falling in love with the scoundrel on the ocean. Yes, please. This author has so many books. I have never read a single one. This is Kresley Cole. Wicked Deeds on a Winter's Night. I think this is about a fairy that falls in love with a werewolf. Give me like werewolves, give me vampires, give me fae falling in love with each other. Yes, please. Speaking of, deal with the Elf King. I just love books like this so much. Humans were hunted by powerful races with wild magic until the treaty was formed. Now for centuries, the elves have taken a young woman through Luella's village to be their human queen. God of Pain, this is a mythology retelling of don't know who, but as long as it's a mythology retelling, I know I'm gonna love it. This one is by Cassandra Call, which the last book I read I didn't really like, but it's such a weird, it's got like this plastic cover from the library on it, so it's reflecting everything, but it's such a weird cover. And it was like, I found it for like $1. So I figured I'd give it a shot. And if anything, it's going to be unique. So moving on now, finally, from the fantasy. At least I don't think any of these are fantasy, but I could be wrong. Cozy. Yay! Welcome to the Gyeongnam-dong bookshop. I love a cozy book set in a bookshop. I don't know if this is like in Seoul. It's in Seoul. I also got Crying in H Mart, which I did not know, but I think this is a autobiography, isn't it? I think this focuses on when the author's mother is dying. She goes home to be with her. And I think it's a lot of thinking back on her childhood. I don't know if it's focused in, is it in Korea? Because it mentions as well Japan. Japanese breakfast. Okay. Japanese breakfast is a band. I thought she was talking about like thinking back on eating Japanese breakfast. No. Sideways. This was made into a movie with Paul Giamatti. I think it's about two friends who go on a road trip. Next we have Shuggie Bain. I think that's how you say this. I've heard that this is a tough, dark, emotional book, but sometimes you just need a tough, dark, emotional book. I think this is about a young boy who grows up with his alcoholic mother. They're not very well off. I think they probably like move from place to place. She might struggle to hold down a job, something like that. But yeah, I'll have to go into this one with when I'm in a good mindset. Speaking of a good mindset, I bought this because All Creatures Great and Small. I bought this like a month or two ago, I think, when I was starting to like actively search, like I need some books that will make me feel good about people and the world, and this one popped up on a lot of users' lists, so I'm gonna try it. I also want to try and read not really more self-help books, but maybe The Tipping Point. I've heard really good things about this. And I know this author has written quite a few. Is this self-help? I think it is. And I don't usually have the best time, but maybe I will. This last book I bought by mistake. So like 2 or 3 months ago, my book club, they were reading The Art Thief. I was not aware that there are 2 books by the same name, and I bought the wrong one. I don't think I'm really interested in reading this one. Yeah, I don't think I'm really interested in reading this. So I'm probably going to unhaul this one, so just disregard that. But that's a pretty good haul, guys, right? Like, I found some good books. I'm really excited to read some of these books. Of course, I need to go through the process to get them on my shelves so I can read them, because I've been reading a lot of books, but I haven't been picking them out through that jar, so I haven't been able to put these on the shelves to read. I think I need to come up with a new system because some of my shelves are getting shockingly empty because I moved my read books to a shelf in my bedroom. So I need to find out another system to get these up there. I'll figure that out later. Thank you guys for joining me in this haul. Let me know if you've read any of these books, if you are excited to read any of these books. And I will see you soon. Bye.